That's actually an interesting point. It's kind of like they're kind of getting in the zone right before they film, like some of them at least.
Hmm. Yeah, everyone has different processes, right? But the method, right? The
Yeah.
method where they're in it, and and there's and so you have to give them that spectrum, that broad spectrum. For example, I'll give you an example. So a lot of people, well, two stories. So Tom Cruise is an awesome person on set. I don't know him personally, and I've never interacted with him uh, outside of the business. So,
Yeah.
but on set, I can say without a doubt that he's very respectful. So, the first instance was that I was working on Minority Report. So, and again, I've been in the business for 30 something years. So, right, if I make film references, it's over the course of 30 years. But Minority Report, and we had this scene in the scene in the mall where he's trying to escape the police, right? And they're cutting through all the people in the mall. Well, they had mapped out a course and had stunt people where Tom was supposed to run into them, right?
Yeah.
And they're ready for it. Well, when you get a mall, right? The whole mall's rented, right? It was a non-functioning mall down in LA, and you have 300 people, right? And so if two people move to the left, that forces another 30 people to move to the left. So on action, all of a sudden his nice path that they made with the stunt people changed. And so Tom comes barreling through and he just floors this woman. He just decks her, man. He just flattens her. Boom. And I'm, oh my God,
Oh
that girl,
wow.
lady, she's gonna be out. And but you have to, unless somebody is severely injured, you have to keep going, even when you make a
Yeah.
mistake. Because that shot, every shot costs money. So
Yeah.
as long as nobody is injured and like crying out or blood squirting out, you keep rolling and get the shot.
Yeah.
So Tom runs through there. He just decks this woman and he just keeps going. And I was like, damn. And then on cut, you see Tom run as fast as he can. And he picks that woman up and he goes, "Are you okay? I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry that the crowd moved and that was the only direction I could take." And it was very personable, right? Because it was just a background woman, right?
Yeah.
And so she said, "I'm fine. There's no problem." He said, "Okay, thank God. I'm so sorry. That won't happen again." And so here's, arguably one of the biggest stars in the world, and he still didn't get upset. And he said, "It's my fault. I'm sorry." To this person, who is just a background player, which is probably the lowest status person on set, right?
Yeah.
So that goes to show you how you really can't judge people, right? So,
Yeah.
and then other thing with Tom was another one that's real famous was when they're doing, I think they were doing the Mission Impossible during COVID, and you can look up online, and someone recorded him yelling at crew members because they weren't wearing their masks, right?
Yeah.
And people were like, you can't. That's inappropriate. That's abuse. Blah blah. They saw things. Well, yeah, but you have to understand that Tom isn't just an actor anymore. He hasn't been just an actor in decades. He finances his films. He's part of the financial responsibility of films, right? So
Okay.
you're shooting two $100 million plus films together. So you're
Yeah.
looking at a $300 million production, okay? Because they're filming both films together, okay? So you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars a day,
Yeah.
okay? And so he's there, and if you at that time, if you didn't follow those COVID rules, the COVID officers on set would shut you down.
Okay.
So the COVID officer with one phone call could shut down a multi-million-dollar production instantaneously, right? You're not following COVID procedures, shut down the production. Everyone go home. Doesn't matter how big of a star you are. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how much money you have. You're done, right? So Tom, he's looking at the numbers like, hey, if if we have to shut down this production for 2 weeks, this is going to wreck financially. It's going to cost 10, 20, $30 million because now timelines have to shift, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that perspective, now you can understand the frustration.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you crew member, you're only caring about yourself, but by not following the guidelines, you're risking shutting down this whole production and millions of dollars down the drain. So I once you understand that, then people go, oh, I can see why he might be a little upset.
I mean, now that you put the whole story, it kind of does make more sense why he would be a bit more like serious about it.
Yes, yeah, and uh, and Tom's very intense, and he's a perfectionist. First of all, he's a perfectionist about himself. So a lot of people are like, well, he just does this or that, but no, he wants to do the best he can, and so he's intense, and so when he comes to set, he's prepared and he's ready to work with other professionals who are prepared as well.